Neil, welcome. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Neil Bunning. I'm Managing Director for IMI Hydronic in the UK, and predominantly what we do is make thermostatic radiator valves.
So what is a thermostatic radiator valve? How do I spot this at home?
Okay, so when you look at your radiator, normally you see your white radiator, there's two metal objects at the side of those. One of them normally has a white or chrome plastic head. Yeah. The one with the white chrome plastic head, that is your thermostatic radiator valve.
What does the thermostatic radiator valve do?
So a thermostatic radiator valve is actually basically controlling the temperature of the radiator for the room. So if you're setting it, let's say the dash of the number 3 on the TRV, what you're actually doing is setting a 21-degree temperature for your room based on the radiator output.
Right, so the 1 to 5 on the valve, 3 is like the standard setting, 21 degrees room temperature, and then the 2 and the 1 go down 1 and 2 degrees.
That's correct. So when you go when you actually get down to the 0 degrees, it actually is frost protection. So it basically keeps your radiator at 8 degrees to ensure that your pipework doesn't frost as well.
Right, so that's a good tip if you're going away?
Absolutely. So the idea is, even if you haven't got your heating system running, and let's say you're vacating your house for at least 3 or 4 weeks, you can actually put them down to frost protection, so you're 0 degrees, and what it will make sure is that you won't have any pipe bursts in there with your boiler working.
How long does it take for the temperature to change when you adjust the 1 to 5 on the valve?
Okay, so when you're adjusting the thermostatic radiator valve, basically it can take anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes, depending on the quality of the TRV, to move 1 degree. So if you've got the best quality TRV in the market, it's going to take 20 minutes to go from 20 to 21 degrees. If you've got one of the, let's say, not as high performing TRVs in the market, it could take anywhere up to 40 minutes. So by opening it up from let's say a 3 to a 5, you think about it, it's actually going to take you nearly an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to that temperature. But naturally, as humans, what we do is we tweak it.
Yeah, so if I'm arguing with my girlfriend about how hot the flat is, I can use this against her.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So what the key thing here is, once you set your thermostatic radiator valve, once you've actually set it at, let's say, 321 degrees for your living room, which is optimum temperature, the reality is you never need to touch it, because you'll have a room stat, which is what more people are most likely to play with on the wall.
Yeah, the thermostat. I was about to say, how does that play into how the temperature is controlled?
Yeah, so what the room stat is looking at the overall temperature, because obviously heat's rising from your radiators. So your room stat is optimally sat on, let's say, a hallway or on the wall, and you're turning that up or down. Well, actually, you can be turning that up or down, let's say 4 or 5 degrees, but you've still got your TRV restricting the heat output of the radiator. So sometimes you're not actually adjusting the heat.
How can I get a thermostatic radiator valve in my home?
Yeah, so my recommendation would be to actually pick up to a local plumbing or heating engineer, because they would be in the best position to actually advise you on what you require and do the installation for you.
I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much. This is your opportunity to rate us. Drop us a like if you think it was good. Leave us a comment, subscribe, share it with someone you think you might like it, and we'll see you soon.